Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shine and sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, a show about radio for people who love radio. Today, Museum Ships on the Air Part 2, a 10 and 11 meter Yagi, and more. Welcome back.
This one is a lie. Sat around laughing and watched the last one die.
In honor of Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters, here we go, guys.
I'm looking to the sky to save me. Looking for a sign of life. Looking for something to help me find out why. I'm looking for a complication. Looking 'cause I'm tired of life. Make my way back home and I learn to fly.
Great song, Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. And from the Shack of Oregon's Kilo 7 Hotel, November, away we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's good to see you guys. Very happy Thursday, wherever you may be in this great world. Our whole passion is to help you get an amateur radio. It's such a great hobby. It really is. We'd love to help you get your license. The best way to do so is to get a hold of a national radio group like the American Radio Relay League. They're good at helping people find a local radio club to them that'll help them get their license. They can help explain amateur radio to you. They can help you with getting gear if you pass the test, right, to get on the air with. They can even help you study for the test. It's such a great way to get yourself into amateur radio. Find them at www.arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar. Let them know where you're located. They'll send you an email back. They'll let you know where a local amateur radio club is to you that'll help you get your license. www.arrl.org. We have a show email. Please feel free to reach out to us at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. Don't forget, today's the big day for CQ calling on WRMI. Yep, we're going around the world today. It's powered by Icom for the love of ham radio. It's already been South Pacific Way. It came out on Thursday, 0815 today on 7780 kilohertz. If you missed it, try and catch it next weekend. Next Thursday. Should be a good show. Hopefully. Hopefully it will be. Also, it's Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East right now, literally at 2015 UTCs right now. No, excuse me, in an hour. So, sorry. Forget about the time change, excuse me. It's on 15770 kilohertz. That's 19 meters, and that will work tonight for you, by the way. It will. You'll be able to hear the show after this show is over. Also, it's repeated on Friday at 2115 UTC over on 7730 kilohertz. North America has the show tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on 9395 kilohertz. And we're on shortwave in the Caribbean, Central, and South America as well tonight at 8:15 Eastern Time on 9955 kilohertz. Yeah, and that show also will be simulcast on the internet stream at www.wrmi.net. We've got a fun Discord channel. Come join us at ham-radio-live. I'll have a link to it at the very top of the description section of this here video for you. Welcome to the show, everybody. Happy Thursday. Wow. Look at the group we've got today. This is a good group. First one, Jason Hef, Kilo 4, Hotel Echo Foxtrot. It's like Kilo 4 Hef. Is that cool or what? Jason, let's get him a beep, beep. Beep, beep. Jason, welcome again. Good to see you. Welcome. I hope your Thursday's going well, buddy. I hope so. We're going to take a second look at the museum ships on the air just to kind of get more of a deep dive into some of these historic ships. There are some really cool ships that will be on the air this weekend that you can get some great QSL cards from. By the way, Jason says, yippee, he came in first. Stan Bjorsnik, he came in first yesterday. Lima Alpha 5, Lima Tango Alpha. Good evening, Stian. Thank you for coming all the way from Norway. It's an honor to say hello to you this evening. Thank you, mate. Wow. Jeff, Eastern Tennessee is here. Hi, Jeff. November 4, Pop Oscar Delta. Welcome to the show. As well as my brother Bob, courtesy WIFI. Welcome. Jason says, hello, Larry. Hope all is well. It is actually, except for, when you change headlights in a vehicle, okay, I have a 2006 Honda Odyssey, nothing special, but, I wanted brighter headlights in it, right? So the headlights, to get to it, they give you this small little area that I don't know, like man-sized hands can fit into. Look at the top of my hands. They're cut up from stupidly trying to change a dang headlight. No kidding. Unbelievable. Yesterday, my hands were bleeding. My neighbor looks at me and goes, well, don't worry about it. At least I had to take the front end of my car out to change my headlights.
He's dead, Jim.
Pretty much, so, yeah. At least I don't have his car, at least, yeah. Welcome, John Hummel-Newell, all the way from Saskatchewan. Hi, John. Victor Echo 5, Juliet Hotel November. Winan is here as well. That means Africa is in the house. When Africa comes, we play a little ditty like this. Hi, Winan. Good evening to you in Namibia. Nice to have you part of the show today. Andy Cowley, my brother from another mother. 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. Art Grabensk is in the house. Hooah! Whiskey 5 Alpha Tango Kilo. Welcome, Art. Always a pleasure to have you. What a great group tonight. Andy New, Mike 7 Charlie Union November. Studying for that intermediate license. Remember, we got an agreement, right? You're going to take the test by August 1st. I'm encouraging you, Andy. I want you to get that license so you can get up to intermediate and put 50 watts out, because you're going to make a lot more calls and you're going to have a ball. Man, you have so much fun. We are. You're going to have a ball. We're going to make contact then. Paul Camish, welcome. Mike 7 X-Ray, India X-Rays here. Hi, Paul. It's been a while. Welcome back to the show. It's great to have you here. Daniel, New Hampshire is here. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. Good to see you as well. Mike in Jacksonville. Hope I'll be listening for a while at work today. So I'm glad you're listening at work, man. That's nice. Hopefully we'll give you a little bit of love and some help and maybe make the day a little bit better for you at work, okay? Yeah, there's little Martin music for you for Holland. There you go. Yeah, because Martin watches the show a lot from work too. Yeah. Uncle Harold is here. Hi, Harold. Good to see you. Comes from Ontario. Nice to have you. The Smokin' Ape is here. My goodness gracious. You know what that means, of course. We have to set the stage. He's got all the gadgets, the goodies, and all the cool stuff. You know, the things that we all dream of in radio. He's like, we know he's a ham, right? But we think his call sign is 1. So if you ever, by any chance, hear CQ1, you know it's a Smokin' Ape, because he's probably on the prowl to make a call or two. There you go, Ape. Good to have you, mate. Happy Thursday, buddy. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Great weekend on Coffee and Ham Radio's planned. They're going to talk about, cases and stuff you can use for ham radio gear. Catch that Saturday show. That's going to be a good one, really well. And the neat part about it is it's 1400 UTC, so you can catch the show outside the States. It's not too late for you. And then folks in the United States can catch the show as well. It's really a great show. So looking forward to Friday, my Saturday and Sunday mornings with Coffee and Ham Radios. I can't get up and get going over the weekend without my Coffee and Ham Radios. I can't. I really can't. Ape, welcome, man. It's such a fun show. And Jason, yeah, I with the death of, Taylor Hawkins, I had to play that song. I love Foo Fighters. Thank you for the good words there. Dirk, thank you. Good afternoon to you. Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. That means the state of Wisconsin's here. Hi, Dirk. Dwight Hitchens, hello. Coastal Virginia is back that second day in a row. And thank goodness, because yesterday was one of the worst shows I've ever done. There was more mistakes on that show than there were breathing pauses, really. Thanks, Dwight. It's awful yesterday. Rudolph Smith, hello, my friend. Papa Delta 2, Sierra Romeo Sierra. He's here from Holland. Welcome, Rudolph. Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome, my friend. There he is. Spike is in the house. Hey, Spike. November 1 Alpha Quebec Hotel. He's now Spike U-Boat Radio in the Big Sky. Wait, that reminds me of that song, Ghost Riders in the Sky, remember? It kind of reminds me of that. Aha! You're alive and visible to the squids. Good. Nice to see you, buddy. Aaron Lutz, welcome. All the way from Canada. Thanks for coming. Gary Strong from Las Vegas is here. Roger McKeon with Molly, Kilo, Juliet 7, Lima X-Ray, and /K9. Welcome to both you guys. Wow, good group. And Patty Roach, too, from England is here. What a wonderful group today. Look at that. 2 Echo 0 Tango Whiskey Delta. Patty, welcome back. It's a good group tonight. Wow. Phil Durall. Yo, boys, welcome. That's a first timer. Welcome, Phil. Nice to meet you. My name's Larry. Wow, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming to the show today. It's good to have you. Monroe, Washington, well represented by Ron Walensky. We have a little bit of a segment on Ron, helping some folks out on our radio help channel of our Discord page. Ron, welcome. November 8, Whiskey Charlie Romeo. Always my honor to say hello to you. Thanks for coming, my Northwestern buddy. Always a pleasure. Scruffy getting ready for work in Australia. Victor Kilo 5. Whoa. Hold on. Isn't it Victor Kilo 5 Sugar-Coated Radio? Because there's something messed up in that one right there. No! But I'll just say it's Victor Kilo 5 Sugar-Coated Radio. Welcome, Scruff. Most likely getting ready for work all the way in Australia. Man, it's early. It's early. It's a little like after 4:30 there. Wow. Rodney, welcome from Holland. Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. Hello, all the Caribbean beasts from the Mideast, from the Big Belly crew, and a great sense of humor, too. Hi, Rodney. Jason Heff with an idea for working mobile. Toyota Siennas are the same way. Hands all get banged up. Oh, change the headlights. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, man. He was ridiculous. See, I tried the first time, right? And I said, I can't do it. This is stupid. But I got that mind like most hams do, where it's like, forget it, man. I'm going to make this work no matter what. I don't care how hard it is to make this doggone thing work. I am going to get the headlights in the stupid vehicle. So finally, got it in there. I got one undone, the second one undone, and I came in, I cleaned the blood off my hands. I said, oh, thank you. It was awful. It was just awful. But we got them in and that'll be good. My wife said, I don't want to go to CPAC on Saturday, then at night have you, driving with the headlights so dim. And they're expensive too. Mike says, funny, have a 2014 Honda Odyssey touring with HID headlights. Try and change those, LOL. Well, yeah, I bet, man. Cars are not made to be fixed today by the average consumer. I don't think that you got to have a really big education to do work. It's crazy on that. By the way, Mike, welcome. Jeremy from Albany, Oregon's here with one of the coolest call signs there is in amateur radio, Kilo 7 VFO. Welcome, Jeremy. Also, Greg Bettendorf, Iowa's here. Hi, Greg. Happy great afternoon. Hope to have a secret calling show with the numbers coming up. Yes, and we're talking about that in a moment. In fact, I had to hurry and do that. Steve is here getting ready to pick his new call sign. Mike 7 India Whiskey Hotel, a brand new intermediate in the UK. Welcome, buddy. Dwight Hitchens, Larry, you're being too hard on yourself. Oh, gosh, you have no idea. It's awful. It's awful. Dale Melton, this is cutting into my Xbox time. No! What's going on here? Sorry, buddy. I'm glad you're here, though. Kevin, Mike 0, Mike Charlie Lima, good to see you, and a very happy day to you as well as Dale. Kilo India 5, Tango Sierra Foxtrot. And look at this. Jesus M. Marrero. Hello, Kilo Papa 4, W. Romeo from Orlando, Florida. Not only is that a first timer, but I love the call sign that he's got. Look at this. Kilo 4 Power. It's almost like that, right? Kilo Papa 4 Whiskey Romeo, Kilo 4 Power. Love the call. Jesus, welcome. Good to have you. Jeffrey Porter, my man from my hometown in Portland, Alpha Delta 7 Lima, now November. We've got worked hard to be able to bring the station in. You've tried super hard to be able to make everything work. You almost got the call sign, then you do, or if you're a shortwave listener, you've been hearing it for about 20 minutes, fading in and out, and finally you catch the ID and realize the station's coming from halfway around the world. Let us know. One of the hardest contacts you've ever made will make it part of the show. Today's weather, powered by Icom. Icom for the love of ham radio. And here it is. Your A1A, remember I told you yesterday, we talked about that section right there on 8 o'clock on the sun. That is where the cavalry's coming. It departed on the right side about 2 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, the good numbers are coming. Expect SFIs to continue to come up through the weekend. Here is a little look at the backside of the sun. It's to the left of that white crescent there. Coronal hole map looks normal. We've got coronal hole at the north and the south of the sun, so that's normal stuff. Here is your magnetosphere view. Not many sunspots, but that plague's going to be named a sunspot very soon. You wait and see. Here is the last 3 days of solar activity. As you can see, we got a little bump, and conditions now are starting to come up just a little bit. Expect conditions to continue to be in the hundreds throughout the weekend, and then as Sunday, Monday comes in, you should see 110s, possibly in the 120s. 4 solar sunspots are there right now as we kind of zoom in and out for some strange reason. Why is this happening? Okay, and here is some great news that solarham.net has put together. How about this? I mean, they figured it out now. The numbers are in for the month of June, May, and once again, they continue to trend upwards. Solar cycle 25 continues to exceed the forecast and gives us hope for a much more active sun as compared to the previous cycle 24. Really? Finally? Thank you. Jeez. I love you guys at solarham.net. You know I do. I give you love every day, and I say it. People should go there and learn solar weather and learn about how it works and all that stuff. Man, I'm glad you said that, because it's been a long wait. It really has. Look at the solar indices. They're up all across the board. SFI is up 6. It's at 104. Solar sunspot number is at 59, up 20. Area numbers up 330. That's up 60. Here's your K index. That's quiet, means good conditions for the nighttime bands. 40, 80, 160. Your 3-day geomagnetic for noise floors looks quiet. Good through Sunday. This is great news. QRZ has changed a lot today. Earlier, the solar number in the SFI has stayed the same. It has. But look at the BZ. It was at minus 1.8 with a wind speed of 355.1 kilometers per second at 1453 GMT, right? All right, so that was the Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map at that time. By the way, I did hear that in the UK, 10 meters was open, which is fantastic. Right? That's awesome. So what happened was on QRZ, let me get back to the QRZ thing. So here we were, and take a look, minus 1.8. Now, what happened was I did the recent one right before the show started. Everything's the same. SFI 104, solar number is still 59. A is 6, which is great. K is 1. That is quiet, really quiet. And now the BZ is even worse, minus 2.9. Solar wind still manageable at 360.9 kilometers per second, but we're getting farther south in our BZ latitude, and that's going to make some QS Baker on the bands more fade you'll hear today, all right? 6 and 4 and 2 meter E-skip open today. HF bands, that's about right. I think, though, you might get 10 and possibly 12 today. Here's your forecast. SFIs continue to increase. Some QSB today. Quiet noise floors through Sunday. Voice bands in the north, 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. Finally, yeah, in the Northern Hemisphere, it'll be there. If it doesn't come now, wait till later in the day. You'll get some 10 meters. Equatorial latitude should be everything. 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. 10 meters has been just parked over the equator and into the tropics for a long time now. Also, you should get the same in the Southern Hemisphere. All the voice bands, 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. CB radio skip, Northern Hemisphere, short openings today in the north, but mid and south, you should have great DX there. Data mode's good, 30 to 10 meters in all latitudes tonight. Your nighttime ham bands, 120, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30. Best DX, 40 and 80, but watch 20 at gray line. It might go for maybe an hour or two tonight as the SFI starts to rise again. Shortwave band, folks, you can get 31, 25, 22 in the 19 meter band. Of those four, 19, 22, and 25 are going to be great. So will 31. They'll all be good today. Shortwave nighttime, 120, 90, 75, and 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 19 meters should be open really good in the Northern Hemisphere for about 2 hours after sunset, and the signals will fade away. Ranking today is a 6 because we've got great conditions overall here, but we just have a BZ latitude that's negative. We could use a higher SFI, but the better days are coming ahead. Hang in there, okay? Hang in there, my friends. Time for something great. Don't forget, we have a topic question of the show today, and that is what call, or, maybe it was a shortwave thing, you were listening, finally got the ID, and wow, that was a long ways away. Or it was a ham call, right? One of the hardest contacts you've ever made. Put it in the comment section. We'll make it part of today's show. All right, let's take a look at your comments, and we'll see if we can get some answers to that stuff. Jeff, thank you for putting the link to Discord. We will put that right on the page like we just did. That's good. Patty Roach giving some love to Steve for getting that intermediate license. 50 watts is plenty these days. That's right. Yes. And a good poll for folks that are on the foundation license in the UK to try and license up as fast as you can. I'm sure Steve would agree in saying that this was a big deal to get up to intermediate. Steve, congratulations. Anyone on a foundation, please try and study hard to get up, because that 50 watts is a big deal. Okay, now you're off QRP levels. Okay, now you're up to 50. 50 watts can make calls all around, halfway around the world in good conditions. So thanks, Patty, for what you said. That's good encouragement. Thank you. Yep. Dirk in Wisconsin, Ron W. is one of the hardest contacts I've made. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that means, but I like it. It's okay. Steve in the UK, car is just one big computer on wheels these days. And nice words from Patty Roach regarding Coffee and Ham radios. His call sign 2 Echo 0 Tango Whiskey Delta. Coffee and Ham radios is a great show and community, just like what you have here, Larry. Thanks, Patty. That's nice. Thank you. That's nice. All right, so what was one of the calls you made that was so doggone hard, but you remember it? We'll talk about that today. Rodney in Holland can't complain. Doing good on 40 and prepping for the comedy show tomorrow. Going to see, oh, really? You're going to see Gabriel Iglesias? He's funny as heck, man. Oh, that's great. He's so funny. Oh, he's really funny. That's good. So tell me what one of the hardest calls you've ever made in either amateur radio or it could be in shortwave radio, and we'll make it part of the show. Kevin in England, Mike 0, Mike Charlie Lima, hardest contact. Zambia on Morse code, much QSB, so a lot of fade. And the other up was straight king with not a very good fist. Persevered and got him in the log. Kev, well done. Well done. Hard to do. By the way, tomorrow, Charlie had this really good video, but because tomorrow's going to be Friday Funnies, right? We're going to do a funny segment on this dude, this like a complete machine doing a straight key. It's unbelievably fast. As fast as any radio or any CW, encoder I've ever heard work. And this guy's just pounding on that thing. It's amazing. So we'll show that tomorrow. Should be fun. Dwight Hitchens, Radio Thailand during the winter. 1200, 1230 UTC on 9940. Wow. That's actually an amazing call, really. Because, okay, depending on where he's at, that's the middle of the day. Okay. He's on 9940, which, works really good. That's 31 meters. And so he's there on 31 and he's trying to make that call or to hear it. I mean, and it's in the noon hour. That's tough. That's really tough. That's about the bottom of shortwave during the daytime. You get up to like 19, you're doing great. That's where a lot of activity is. But down lower to make that your reception at that time of day, Dwight, great job. Wow. Seriously, it's a long ways. It really is. That's a very good listen, very good QSL to get in the middle of the day. Thanks for adding that. Mike, Kilo Golf 2, Mike. One new HID bulb cost $100 to change both, but they were the originals. Sorry, mate. Can't help you there. Anyway, Dwight says Radio Thailand has beautiful QSL cards. Dwight, if you can put that on our Discord channel, would you do that? Here's where it's at, ham-radio-live. I'll have the link to it right at the top of the description of this video. Just click on that. You're welcome to join us. We'd love to see the QSL card. Please send that. I want to see that. Please. That's cool. That's cool stuff. To me, that is really cool stuff. Yeah. Wow. Radio Thailand. Love to see that one. Great stuff. Hi, Jim. That's my Morse code tutor, teacher, helper, and friend. Whiskey 6 Juliet India Mike from Walnut Creek, California. Good afternoon, Jim. Rodney says his toughest call was St. Martin from Netherlands. Did manage to get it, and in my native language of Papiamento. I hope I didn't mangle that. Proud of that one. Was my first call in my native language. How's that? Rodney, thanks for adding that. Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. That may be the comment of the show. That's a great comment. Thank you. Dash is here from Trinidad. Good evening. From the rainy Caribbean. How are you? We're dry and warm here. Thank you. Finally, spring has finally come. Finally. Whining from Namibia. Well, my tires on Austin 1947. Not quite sure, but we'll say okay. There you go. Not sure. Spike in Montana. Hardest call. Heard them, but couldn't get my lengthy call sign. Back to McMurdo Station, Antarctica. Holy moly. That is really a long call. Wow. Oh, that would kill me. That would kill me because that's one of my goals too, Spike. Oh man. To be that close to work Antarctica, that's amazing. Yeah, and Jeff, he's fluffy. That's correct. Iglesias, he's funny. Jason Heff, first one that came in today. My most difficult contact was SD. Tried getting SD for 6 months and finally got a part-to-part contact with a DX commander in 10 watts doing POTA. The grin on my face, LOL. And what he's talking about is South Dakota. Well done. Yeah. It's hard to get some of the states like South Dakota, Wyoming, North Dakota, sometimes Alaska, because there aren't as many amateurs. But interestingly enough, hams per capita in states, actually Alaska leads. I don't know if you know that. It's interesting how that works. Greg in Iowa, hardest call was to Romeo 5 Alpha Juliet east of Moscow. He was patient enough to work with me. The call was made around a 5x2. Greg, beautiful. Beautiful. That's what we're talking about. Fun stuff. Greg, November 4, Papa Oscar Delta. He's in Eastern Tennessee. Hardest contact, anything in Africa. There you go. Daniel, New Hampshire. Oh no, I was working on my obnoxious end fed and I dropped the toroid, broke in half. No! Sorry, mate. That's not good. Jeff says, seriously though, when I was back in Florida, the hardest contact for me was get to Utah on 40-meter side bend. You know what? That's cool. That's really cool. And Dirk, that's well timed. Thank you for doing that, mate. This is so good. Thank you, man. Share your QSL cards on Discord. We do have a QSL card section there, and please send them. We'd love to do that. Mike in Jacksonville, I've had so many hard, tough contacts with 100 watts in a wire, I can't remember offhand. Well, you've got some time to do so. We've got Rod here from Western Pennsylvania. Hardest contact for me, Vatican City. Hard for me because I haven't done it yet. No. There you go. All right. Yeah. Gordon is in the house. Mike 7, India, November Tango. Good to see you. Hello, my friend. Always a pleasure when you're here, Gordo. Always a pleasure. Scruffy, off to work. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. And thank you for coming today to the show. It's always a pleasure to have you. Have a good day. Always a pleasure to see Scruff. Scruff's pretty cool. All right. We're going to talk about something kind of fun. We're going to make this show a little bit of fun for you. I hope you enjoy. You know, we're going to try and add a segment to every show because we do try and help people get into amateur radio. So there should be something to help them get their license. We talked yesterday about the different bands, right? HF 3 to 30 megahertz, VHF 30 to 300 megahertz, and UHF 300 to 3 gigahertz or 3000 megahertz. Okay. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how repeaters work. All right. So first of all, a repeater station is typically on a high place somewhere that's got some elevation, has a tower, and can repeat calls from one VHF or UHF, even 10 meters. There's one in New York here. So it basically will take the signal and repeat it. That's what its job is. It'll have it on one frequency, then repeat it on another one. That's how they work. And typically, again, like line of sight, that's why you want them up on hills because it gives you a little greater range to be able to work the repeater. So when you're working VHF, UHF, remember it's line of sight, but repeaters exist so we can make calls go farther on VHF or UHF. Here's what one looks like. That's kind of cool, isn't it? The electronics for a repeater. And it basically, its only job is to get on one frequency, and there'll be what's called the offset frequency that it will transmit on. So it's going to maybe, let's say for example, it's going to be repeating on 145.610, okay, and the offset is +5. So it's going to be at 145.610, and it's going to transmit at 146.15. That's how it works. So it's offset 5. Simple to use. You'll learn more about it when you do it, but again, repeaters are there to extend the range of a VHF, UHF radio. That's a little bit of radio knowledge for you today. We have a neat segment here on this radio here. I had one, and I sold it for a reason you're going to find out in a second. The Icom ID 52, great handheld, 5-watt output, really an amazing radio. Beautiful color waterfall display, does phenomenal. My friend Eric, KJ4YZI in Florida, just used one of these to work a satellite with 5 watts. Find out.
Hello everyone, this is the impromptu video, KJ4YZI. We're going to use the elk log periodic with the Icom ID 52 handheld to work SO50 satellite on an impromptu pass from 330 degrees azimuth over like this. We're going to see if I can do it with the ID 52. I don't have my hat on, my glasses, or anything planned. I just jumped out here. Let's get it done. KJ4, YZI, Echo Lima 97. URE again? Did you copy my Echo Lima 97? Thank you, KJ4, YZI, Echo Lima 97. Again, 99? I got your EM99, KJ4YZI, Echo Lima 97. Again with the YZI. I got it, KJ4YZI and Echo Lima 97 QRP. Thank you, KJ4YZI, Echo Lima 97. FN00 again. I got the 00. One more time, please. I got it, Fox November 00. Thank you, KJ4YZI, Echo Lima 97.
There you go. So there's Eric from Ham Radio Concepts using the ID52A, again, a 5-watt radio, but he's using it through he's making a contact via satellite. So in VHF, UHF work, not only do we use repeaters that help to be able to make our range go a lot better, wrong slide, there you go, but we also can work satellites. So it makes it kind of fun because if you work the satellite, now you've got great range because it's way up in the air. You're hitting it with 5 watts and it's transmitting it down to everyone who can see the satellite and can work it. Amazing work. Eric, thank you for a great video. We'll have his description to his YouTube channel in the description of the video. All right, so the ID52A, many people know I sold it. Here's why. This was what I just purchased. This is a brand new Icom IC 7100. And the reason I bought it, well, you might say, why would you buy an 11-year-old radio? It debuted at the Tokyo Ham Fair in 2012. The reason I did is because I wanted full power. I want more power on VHF, UHF, because it does, VHF and UHF. It also is a great HF transceiver as well. I'm really excited to have that. That's the Icom IC 7100. Even though it's an old radio, it has enough good stuff and a sound card on board to work digital as well. So I'm excited. We're going to do some remote work this year and hopefully take the show on the road where we're going to work maybe from the seashore and up in the mountains with that radio and have some fun and make calls hopefully to you around the world. That'll be a lot of fun to do that. All right. We also got a neat video that was sent to me privately by Tom in Bahrain, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. He's working last night. Here is what it looked like from Tom's perspective in Bahrain working DX.
What can I say? I can hear a whiskey station calling. Maybe I should try to give him a call. So 3.5 pages in about an hour and a half. I think that's the other side. It's blank on this side. So very, very good. Mostly European stations. I did get into Whiskey Papa station. I got into, what was the call? It was Whiskey Papa 3 station. So Whiskey Papa 3 Alpha Victor. So very happy about that. Did get into North America as well. 85 watts, and you can't see it. No, you can't see it. It's dark.
Wait till you see this beautiful picture.
But the sea is like a glass tonight, as you can tell. Look at that.
That's the Persian Gulf.
The sea is so calm. We have just the tiniest of breeze this evening, and the temperature is very nice evening for a few QSOs catching the remainder of the gray line. It's about 1740 UTC, which means it's about 2040 here local time into Bahrain. Anyway,
Isn't that great? That's Tom. I love that. I love the video because he tells you what he does, right? And to be fair, he's by the Persian Gulf, so he's got some good soil conductivity there, which makes a difference for vertical. He uses no ground radials. His ground radial is his stake in the ground that holds his MFJ 1979 antenna up. Then he uses 85 watts. Now, the advantage he has is he's in Bahrain. Alpha 92 is a good prefix to get. So when he goes on, he starts working, he gets a pileup. What happened last night, somebody spotted him, and then the pileup started. He said it actually worked out really good. He said it was tough for a little bit, and finally here at North American station, and he said North America only, and everyone stopped. So people that were working that pileup, well done. Tom, good job, buddy. That's cool. Because a lot of times you'll get people that are just giving their call sign over and over again, drives you nuts. So that's what happens. So anyway, we'll have a lot of fun with Tom and some more videos coming from the Middle East about how DX is going. All right, I'd like to talk to you about something. This is kind of important to me. As we get into Solar Cycle 25, there's a band that is so big that you need, if you can, to get a directional antenna for. Okay, I'm not talking an expensive one either. This directional antenna will cost you under $200. You also don't have to put it up very high. You don't need height for 10. It's helpful, but height 12 feet, that's fine. You can get there. Not bad. You can take it portable with you. This is a neat antenna. We showed a little bit of it earlier in the week. The Sirio 4x4. So it's a 4x4. It's a 10 and 11 meter antenna. Now, this is it on Citizens band. So it will work 11. It will work 10. This is just watch the S meter. At first, it'll sound like, okay, the vertical sounds just as good as the directional. But as he goes through vertical and directional, you'll see the S meter pick up. Check it out.
We will do a little comparison between the Sirio 827 5.8 vertical antenna and the 4-element Yagi beam from Sirio. So I will tell you when I'm on the beam and I will tell you when I'm on the vertical.
Just watch the S meter. It's below the frequency, right where it says busy. There's the S meter. Watch.
Propagation is not so great today. This is the beam. This is the vertical.
Look at that difference.
This is the 5.8 vertical. This is the 4-element Yagi beam. 4-element Yagi beam. 5.8 vertical.
Look at that.
4-element Yagi beam.
Back to late here, so I didn't get a chance to do them there. But I will, I'll get them for you, Jim. There's no problem there. I had them lined up here for you. And it's just a matter of getting them done for you there, Raj. Yeah, Roger, on that one.
Vertical.
Coming out, she said to me, you're coming in on the
Beam.
radio. Jason, that's great news. At least I'm getting out of them.
Vertical.
Oh, God.
Beam. Vertical antenna. Beam antenna. Vertical antenna. Beam antenna. Vertical antenna. Beam antenna. Vertical. Beam.
You can just see it every time, right? So you can see when he's going from the vertical to the beam, vertical and beam. A directional antenna makes a huge difference. And as we keep going in Solar Cycle 25, 10 meters is going to be so good. I mean, so good. This is a perfect antenna just to work that one band. Even if you don't work 11, you still can work 10. Let me show you really quick what this is about. And this is something you could purchase pretty inexpensively, all right? First of all, this is the Sirio. It's a 4x4, so it's a simple Yagi to put up. This is what it looks like. This is it on Amazon. So you can buy this on Amazon. It's not that expensive. Here's what it looks like. The price of it also very affordable for most people, I would think, $189 shipped, right? Now I get there's maybe not a lot of them in stock and all that, but the fact is, as Solar Cycle 25, it comes on, right? If you're on a foundation license, you got gain now. If you're on intermediate, even more gain. If you're here in the States, you can use it on 10 and you're going to make calls around the world with that thing because you have a directional, even though it's one band. If I had one band to use on the maximum part of a solar cycle, say the 2 years, right there, where it's going up to where it's going back down, I would work 10. Absolutely work 10 because that's where you're going to work a lot of DX. 10 meters is going to be phenomenal. If you can do it, try and get at least a beam for 10. You'll be glad that you did. Really will be. All right. We did yesterday a little bit on Ships on the Air weekend, and we're going to take a quick eyeball on this because my dear friend, Spike in Montana's here. I didn't want to miss this yesterday when he was here, and he didn't get the notification. But look at this. I want to just talk to you about some of the really unique ships that are on this list, because this is really big coming up this weekend, and it's only this weekend throughout the world. If you're anywhere in the world, there will be a ship on the air that you can work, and some of these are extremely rare. For example, look at the CSS News. It's only going to be on June 4th. Okay, that's here where the mouse is pointing. It's a Civil War ironclad gunboat out of Kinston, North Carolina. Call sign, look for Kilo November 4, Romeo Alpha Mike. Okay, so this is the News, and this is from the Civil War, right? This is really cool. The USS Potomac, also June 4th only. This is in Oakland, California, November Echo 6, Julia Papa. That's the one to look for. Some of these are so rare. I mean, so rare. For example, now you've got a Haskell class attack transport ship, right? In Montrose, Colorado. November 0 Papa. Simple. That's one you should be able to hear all weekend long, because they'll be on all weekend long. The Midway out of San Diego. The call sign, November India 6, India Whiskey. They're making calls to the East Coast. They've got great antennas on that ship. So really, this is going to be a good one to work. Also, something else here, Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, the USS Missouri. That's the ship that ended World War II. Call sign to look for, Kilo Hotel 6, Bravo, Bravo. Easy to remember. King Henry 6, Bravo, Bravo. That's the battleship Missouri. Yesterday, I blew it. I just said, oh yeah, what I say? I said it was the Midway in Pearl Harbor. Oh gosh. And I'm a Pearl Harbor guy. I mean, I really love World War II history, and I know the Missouri's there, but I blew it. I said Midway. Anyway, the reason the Missouri is there and pointed the way it is pointing with its guns over the Arizona Memorial for a reason. It's there as just a metaphor of, we will protect you. Even though you're down, we'll protect you. It's just a neat thing to work. If you can work that one, try and work it, because it's going to be well worth your time. A couple of icebreakers here. The Chryson over in St. Petersburg, Russia. Romeo India 1 Lima, Romeo 1 Lima Kilo. Romeo 1 Lima Kilo for you folks in Europe. Also, a second icebreaker out of Mackinac City, Michigan. Whiskey 8 Alpha Golf Bravo. So Whiskey 8 Alpha Golf Bravo for that icebreaker. Only 2 of them in this ship, in the ships on the air weekend. The Missile Corvette, they're only one of them that's in this weekend. It's in Germany. Delta Lima 0, Mike Foxtrot November. Pretty cool. But you look at all of these and just how rare these are. I mean, you've got a U-boat here from Germany. This is kind of cool. U-995 in Lebeau, Germany. Delta Lima 0, Delta Mike Bravo. Great one to work if you can. Quebec, right here. The HMCS Onondaga. That one is Victor Alpha 2, Golf November Queen. These are some amazing ones, but look at this. Civil War submarine? Yep. The H.L. Hunley out of Charleston, South Carolina. Call sign to look for, November 4, Hotel Lima Hotel. That's a Civil War sub. That's going to be on this weekend. And finally, the Elettra, which was Marconi's traveling lab. He used the Elettra to find out how radio propagation worked. That's what he used it for. It's being done out of Italy. The call sign to look for is Italy Yankee 4 Echo Lima Echo. So IY4 Ellie. Pretty simple to remember. Ships on the Air weekend only comes once a year. It's the first weekend in June every year. Don't miss it. You can get some great QSL cards from these ships if you work them, and they're only going to be on this weekend. Okay, coming up to the show on the 11th of June, meet Tim Duffy, K3LR. Going to be taking your questions live about ham radio, contesting, and more. Please join us. That'll be at 1900 UTC with Tim. Then about 2 weeks after that, it'll be on a Friday. So Friday at 2300 UTC, we're going to meet Hayden from Ham Radio DX right here on YouTube. Victor Kilo 7 Hotel. Going to be fun. Going to be answering all your questions live about his YouTube channel, Australia, whatever you want to ask him, Hayden will be there for us. It'll be cool. Again, that's on Friday, June 24th at 2300 UTC. Then we meet Carlos, who jumps out of airplanes and makes ham radio calls. Can you believe it? Yes. His call sign, Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Lima, November. He is such a nice guy, too. You'll like him. July 9th, 1900 UTC. Please join us for a really fun show then. And then on the 16th at 1900 UTC, for your portable needs this year, meet Kevin Zanjani of BioNO Power He'll be taking your questions about battery powering your radio all summer long. Then on July 30th, meet Jason from Ham Radio 2.0. We're grateful to have him coming. That'll be on Saturday, July 30th at 1900 UTC. It'll be a fun show. Looking forward to having Jason on to talk about YouTube and ham radio and all the fun that he did with the YouTubers Ham Fest. That should be a lot of fun. Looking forward also to having Kevin join us from BioEno. That's going to be a neat show. I'm set now. So I've got the BioEno 1220A. I've got the Icom 7100, a couple of portable antennas, and we're going to have some fun this summer. We are. Hopefully make some calls. Don't forget, topic question today. What's one of the hardest contacts you've ever made in your whole doggone life? What's one of the hardest ones? Make it part of the show. Andy New from the UK, Mike 7, Charlie Union November. He says, back in my early SWLing days. You're not that old, man. When he was listening to Shortwave, he was always thrilled to hear Australia and look at the map, New Zealand. Sorry. I'm like looking at it right here on the map, and I can't say it, sorry. So he's really always excited to hear Australia and New Zealand, but there are too many exotic call signs received in my 1980s logbook. Lots of rare islands. Andy, thank you. That's a nice comment. Thank you. Winan says, from Africa, I have multiple rough ones, getting some out of my pileups and some DX expeditions. Ask me in month. Can't remember so much, but anytime you go on from Namibia, it's going to be a pileup because everybody wants Namibia in their call book, man. That's so cool, Winan. Thank you for sharing that. That's nice. I bet it's fun to be you, to make those calls. Wow. Unbelievable. Cliff Bolts, welcome from Virginia. Whiskey Delta for Oscar Bravo Papa. Always good to see you, buddy. Gordon from the UK says, my hardest contact is going to be the ISS. You'll do it. That video with Eric, that should give you all the confidence in the world. It's a 5-watt radio going up to satellites. You'll work the ISS. Just time it. You'll get it. You'll get it. You just wait and see. And not only that, but license up. Get that intermediate. You can do it, Gordon. You can do it. I know you can. He says he's still trying to reprogram his Refuge RT82. That's okay. That's funny. Oh, boy. Andy, Alpha Zero Whiskey X-Ray, a little late. Had to meet up with Tommy Martin from Amateur Logic. I hope it was a nice visit and you'll learn something good. Andy, welcome to the show. Always a pleasure. Yeah. And Kevin in the UK with some good words for anybody who might be looking to license up from Foundation. He says, Steve, congratulations. Moving from Foundation to Intermediate is a game changer. You'll have a blast. All the more reason for everyone that's on that Foundation license to take the time and to get yourself licensed up. You can do it. You can. Just take the time and set goals for yourself. Study hard. You'll get there. You will. You will. And Dirk, thank you for Ham Radio Concepts YouTube link. That's great. Eric does really well. And Andy likes his Icom handheld, the 52A. It's really a neat radio. For me, it was a personal decision. I liked the radio. I did. Nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. Did everything I wanted it to do. It's just that I wanted a mobile radio. The 7100 will be my mobile radio. So I'm looking forward to my wife. My birthday's coming next week, right? And so this Saturday will be at the CPAC Ham Fair, which is our big regional ham fair every year. And so we're looking forward to sharing that. I'll stream live from that, by the way, and I'll show you what it's like at Seaside, Oregon, which is right there at the beach on the North Oregon coast. It'll be fun. My hope is to find a screwdriver antenna there. I just hope I can find one. My wife said, I'll buy it for you. Whatever you find, we'll do it. I'm like, woohoo! We'll see. Daniel, Eric made a series of good video explaining all the U.S. ham bands. Yeah, we're going to do that too, Daniel. I'm going to try and make these segments less than 5 minutes, hopefully 2 to 3, just little basic ham segments on things that are on the test. So thank you very much. We'll try and do our best here to help out as well. Yeah. Aaron Lutz, the only trouble with the ID52 is switches to low power at 32 degrees. Not good for emergency in my neck of the woods. I don't know. I never tried it in low temperatures at all, Aaron. I didn't. We had a crummy winter for sure, but I don't remember it switching to low power ever. No, just don't remember that. Catch me up. Here we go. Andy, they want to get something to eat, stopping in Pensacola. Okay, very good. And yeah, that was a good video from Tom from Bahrain. Like Winan and like some of you guys that live in very rare places, Ishmael, for example, in Dominica. if you're in a rare area, right, you've got a call that people don't know, usually, like A92. They're going to look it up. Oh, that's Bahrain. I want that. If it's spotted, then you really get piled up. So I'm glad that that happened to Tom, because he really, he deserved that. Ron, are we going to do an unboxing video on that 7100? Okay. This is the box. Box lid. Open it up. First time opening it up. And this is what's inside the box, the instruction booklet. We'll make this real quick. Inside crate box. Okay. We are not going to let that drop. This is, just for this radio, right? This is one of the most important things you should do when you get a new radio. It is. Read the instructions. Find out what it does. Learn how it works. Take the time. You know, I can tell you from experience, because I've done it too many times, where I don't open up the book and read it, and then I have problems with the radio, and I wonder why it doesn't do this, and I find out, oh, that's in the instruction book. Guys, you know what? The instructions will help you tremendously. Don't be afraid to pile into the instruction book and read your radio. Learn how it works, because you'll get the most out of it that way. I hope to have this for many, many years. So I'm really trying to challenge myself to make sure I go through that instruction book before I go and turn the radio on. Hopefully we'll get there. I don't know. I'll find out. I'd like to. That'd be good. And Dirk, thank you for Tom's YouTube channel. He does really well. Spike in Montana, Larry, where did you get my sister station t-shirt? KMEL, just down the street from KSAN. Yes, it is, isn't it? I couldn't find it. I'm looking for a KFRC shirt from San Francisco. The problem is I'm not a medium or a small. Yeah. It is where it is. Anyway. Okay, getting the last thing here. Aaron, got my start CB and free banding. Hey, that's where a lot of people started in radio. Seriously, they really did. Yeah. Well, we started by being either on CB or we started with AMDX and then we moved to shortwave. It's like that's usually the way it was. Or we had a parent or grandparent that was in amateur radio already and told us what it was. Scott, welcome. North Boston, New York. Kilo Charlie 2, Charlie Alpha Delta. It's good to have you. Correct me if I'm wrong. All Yagis are beams, but not all beams are Yagis. Correct. Yes, that is correct. Uda Yagi is a man's name. We call the Yagi antenna. It's because he figured out that if you put an antenna that basically be on a beam, right? And you had the shortest piece at the front, that would be the director, and every piece behind it would be larger than the front one, and the back one would be the biggest. That's the reflector. So as the antenna fires, it goes that way. It just kind of bangs that way. So the signal comes off of the director, goes this way, hits the reflector, and goes in one direction. That's why it's a beam. But you also have curtain arrays, and you have log periodics. You have directional vertical. You can take vertical antennas and make them directional. It's just a one type of directional antenna, but it's usually pretty affordable and easier to build. So, you know, a great idea for you for 10 meters. Seriously, you're going to love 10 meters. It's going to be phenomenal. Spike, I have a top operator certificate from Museum Ship Weekend 2015. 32 contacts work? Holy moly. Well done, Spike. Seriously, I mean that. Yeah. Work them this weekend. You'll have a ball with them and some cool QSL cards. He said he got the Midway, the New Jersey, and the Missouri. That's a great group, man. And he says, I think Yagis have multiple directors. Yeah, but always the front is always the smallest element of the group. Always the it's like this, where in the back you have the biggest one. That's your director. Yeah, I'm sorry, your reflector, excuse me. Back is the long reflector, director's in the front, it's small. So, yeah. But yeah, they're mostly the same thing. Yeah. Dirk, Biono likes to make my wallet open up. I bet it does. Mine too. Yeah. Andy France on 10 meters, NVIS 18 inches off the ground, 100 watts. Well done. With a 5.9 signal report. There you go. Jeff, thank you for the kindness about liking and subscribing. That's very, very nice. Kevin, the IC7100 is a radio I recommend a lot. I know it's old now, but a great radio is a great radio. Kev, I think so too. I mean, I had a choice between what radio I wanted to buy. I wanted to be HF, VHF, and UHF. That was important. I didn't want to sacrifice HF in the process. This one doesn't. Need to be small enough that could work in my van. This one can. I want to be able to take and put on a park bench. This one can. It just checked all the boxes for me. And I love Icom customer service. It's so good. It really is. Daniel, okay, I found another T240-43. It's wrapped and in 3D printed winder. Time to splice up some ugly wire. Daniel, good luck with that project. Andy New asking Steve to use a specific course to license up. Let him know about that. That's a good idea. Steve says mainly reading the RSGB manual and Golf Mike 6 Delta X-ray course, which has great mock exams. That's really good. DJ with a question, what's the website for the ship contacts this weekend? I'll have the link to that in the description section for DJ. I mean, it's a great list of ships. I mean, this is like the who's who of ships over the weekend. So if you want to get your own on your computer, I warn you, you'll need a computer to read. If you have a tablet, you can probably do it, but certainly not on a phone because it's just so wide. This is really a very special weekend to be able to turn your amateur radio on and try and make some great calls. Don't forget today's question. We'll go final call on this one. This is a neat way to do the show, and I appreciate y'all being here. This gets people talking. What's one of the most difficult contacts you ever made? Let us know in the comment section, and we'll make it part of the show. Let's celebrate someone for the channel and say hello. This would happen to be someone pretty darn special here. You know who this is? This is our friend Todd DiBiase. Yeah, Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Sierra Kilo. Windsor Lock, Connecticut. Todd, it's always an honor when you come. Thank you for being part of the show here. Take a look. Here is what Todd looks like. What a beautiful picture. Is that where you live in Connecticut? That is gorgeous. I would think that'd be like Florida or something. Just gorgeous. Here it is, taking a look at Windsor locks compared to where Windsor is. There in Connecticut. Outside view, it's north of Hartford, right? And then as you go a little farther out to see the states, he and I are almost exactly opposite sides of the U.S. Todd, want to thank you so much for watching Ham Radio Live. Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Sierra Kilo, thank you, mate. Appreciate you very, very much. Yeah. Today's question, what's one of the hardest contacts you've ever made? Let us know, and we're going to go up to the crow's nest and see how the Angry Hams feel about the show.
I like that tune. How about you? I like New York in June. How about you?
Boy, at least they're kind of happy today, right? That's kind of nice to see the Angry Hams happy. All right, first question. By the way, North America leads now 10-zip, but the world can come back right in this one question. 10 outside North America, 5 North America. What's the minimum age allowed to apply for an FCC amateur radio operator license? Is it A, 5 years, B, 12 years, C, there is no minimum age, or D, 18 years? Let me know, please. With A, B, C, or D, we'll let you know which continent gets it right first. Good luck. Is there an age limit? I'll tell you a little story about this once we're done with it. Because, Jeff got it right already. Jeff, like lightning speed, zip, tang. There it is. November 4, Papa Oscar Delta C. There is no minimum age. Yep, you got it right. Andy New had D. Dirk with C. Aaron with C. John Hummel Newell out of Saskatchewan. He also had C. Steve in the UK, our new, yes, brand new intermediate licensee. Steve had A. Good job, Steve. Rod in Pennsylvania with C. Stian with Norway, he had B. Daniel, C. Kevin with C. Andy with C. Wayne with C. Andy here with B. So we got 3 Andys. 4, actually. Andy in North America. Patty with C. Ron had C. Y'all had it. It's pretty good. Yeah, the earliest, the recorded one that's like the youngest person to get a license is 4 years old. Did you know that? 4 years old. Man, I felt really stupid when I found it out. No! Jeez. 4 years, no kidding. All right, second of 2 trivia, here we go. Some repeaters are using DPL to control access to the machine. What does the acronym DPL, like Delta Papa Lima, stand for? Is it A, digital private line? Is it B, digital phase lock? Is it C, dynamic private line? Or is it D, digital public license? All right, the acronym Delta Papa Lima. What does it stand for? First person in with the right answer gets the points. Good luck. Yep, Delta Papa Lima. Pretty cool, right? I thought this was a neat question because I've never seen this one pop up. I always like when the new ones pop up because, you're used to having like millions of other questions and then you get a new one and you're like, yes, this is awesome. Okay. Let's catch up with all of you guys and hopefully we'll catch up. And I think therefore I know because everything got kind of messed up here. All right. Let me go back to where I had this thing. I believe it was Jeff first. Jeff, I think this is you, but then again, it's hard to say because Dirk had it right too, and that looks like it's right about the same time as Andy. So on this end here, I showed Dirk first, okay? Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. He has A, and the reason I'm saying this is important is because it is correct, and that's the right answer. But I was wondering if Jeff maybe went 2 for 2 because he also had it right, but Dirk was first one in. Sorry, guys. Andy knew. Mike 7, Charlie November had A. Daniel with D, Patty had A, Steve with A, Rod in Western Pennsylvania with B, Gordon, our friend there in UK with D, well done, sir. Scott, North Boston, New York had A, Stian had A, Winan in Africa had A, Andy also with A, Kim Cheney, welcome, Kilo Oscar 4, India Papa India, welcome back, Kim, nice to see you again. Always a pleasure. Spike also with C and Kim. Oops, I meant A. That's okay. No! Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's digital private line. That's all it is. It's a way to use repeater privately. That's the best way to do it. It's a private access code to the repeater. A lot of places, a lot of clubs will use that now because they're paying for the repeater and the electricity, and some people won't let you use the repeater unless you're part of the club or pay a fee. So that's the way they can do it. All right, let's zoom over to our quick Discord page and we'll take a look at a few things here. Okay. Taking a look at stuff, schedules and spots. If you are on frequency somewhere and want to make calls, you can use this part of our Discord page as a place where you can say, I'm on this frequency, I'm transmitting right here. And it's a great way for you guys to stay in touch with each other over the air. Feel free to use it anytime. Skeds and spots on our Discord page. Also, this is Siobhan from Ireland, the London Underground in winter. Yay! No! I don't think she's happy. That's a good picture of you, Siobhan. Thank you. And don't forget, tomorrow, send your funny memes, photos, cartoons, and videos to our hashtag funnies page on Discord. There will be a link to our Discord page coming up in the description section below in this here little video show. Thank you for watching a little bit of our Discord page. Crowd seems a little bit tired. It's so fun to spend time with you guys. It really is. Thank you for coming to the show. We're going to close her out now. And my gosh, we made it right about at 1 hour. How about that? Doggone it, we made it. All right. I'm going to go and start reading some instructions. I'm going to wish you the very best of wishes for this Thursday, Friday west of the Dateline. Thanks for watching the show. Tomorrow we'll have our Funny Friday show. Hope you send your funny cartoons, memes, or your videos to us here on our hashtag funny page on Discord. The link will be provided below. We're going to go to a sign off not far from me down in Roseburg, Oregon. Before we do that, I'd like to remind you we'd love to help you get your amateur radio license. Look, this is a fun hobby. It is. It will take you places and make you friends around the world. It really will. Contact a large radio group that will help you to find a local radio group that's near to you. The Radio Society of Great Britain is one of the best in the entire world. Find them at www.rsgb.org. Please hit the contact us bar. Let them know where you're located and you'd like to get your amateur radio license. They'll do the rest by sending you a local radio club to you. www.rsgb.org. We'll have a funny commercial at the end of the old show. Till we meet again tomorrow. God bless you wherever you may be. Thanks for watching Ham Radio Live. Goodbye, everybody.
You're watching Oregon-owned Oregon's Fox.
I got pretty much taken off all these